Yeah. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. Honors and salutations to the brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity. And this video was sent to me from one of the brothers concerning the Kalamazoo County's drinking water. And I'm play this video. And me and the brothers are going to get a couple of scriptures after the video. So I'm going to start playing it right now.
Multiple Michigan communities dealing with contamination affecting people's drinking water.
The water supply shut down, people being told not to drink their water this time.
And that's a big thing. Esau, for the last, I would have to say, 8 to 10 years, Esau been attacking the drinking water with all them oil spills, consecutive oil spills, and all these chemicals being found in the water all of a sudden. And it's not like it's a brand new thing. They've been doing this shit for years, you know.
In southwest Michigan.
People in Parchment and Cooper Townships in Kalamazoo County are being told don't drink the water because of the chemical known as PFAS, a chemical that Michigan recently started testing for after the problems in Flint.
7 Action News reporter Brian Abel live in Macomb County tonight.
Wait, how long ago was that Flint situation?
Right, the Flint situation happened a few years ago, and this they just found this a couple of days ago. You know, this news report actually aired only a couple of days ago. And the Flint water situation has been going on for a few years. And this PFAS thing, well, after this video play, I'm gonna actually get what this PFAS shit is.
Who's there, Brian?
Yeah, back in March, Lake St. Clair, it's about a quarter mile behind me, as well as the Clinton River, tested positive for PFAS. At least one source of that contamination right here. Selfridge, Michigan's Air National Guard base. Experts, they're still working to deal with it here, while more Michigan communities scramble to confront another water crisis.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Tonight, officials in Parchment and Cooper Township shutting down the water.
Immediately stop using their water for drinking, cooking, making baby formula.
The water system getting flushed out with saline. Residents handed bottled drinking water.
Right, and you know, it's shameful that they even had to say, go so far as to say with the baby formula, you know.
Okay.
Because, you know, the majority of our women, they don't breastfeed anymore.
Okay.
They don't even try to, you know.
And the scriptures say something about even the sea monster.
I got it right here.
Go ahead.
Lamentations 4 and 3. Even the sea monsters draw out of the breast. They give suck to their young ones. The daughter of my people has become cruel like the ostrich in the wilderness.
Right. Hey, you Jake women have become cruel. Oh, I don't want to breastfeed. I don't want no baby sucking on my titty.
I want my titty
Get
sagging.
my milk. Yeah, my titty gonna be sagging. I can't be a hoe like I want to be.
I'd rather these niggas be biting and sucking on my raggedy ass titties.
Right, because them titties gonna sag anyway, man. And they become, you know, you Jake women have become cruel to your children, man. You'll tell a Jake woman breastfeeding makes your children smarter in the long run and shit, and they ain't even trying to hear that.
I ain't trying to hear that.
Yeah, they still gonna get some fucking Infamil or Isomil or whatever brand of bullshit Esau put together to put in that baby formula, man.
Yep. Oh, hold on. It says, the 4th verse, the tongue of the sucking child cleaveth to the roof of his mouth for thirst. So there's going to be a lot of thirsty babies out there.
It's already a lot of thirsty babies out there because you Jake women, you so-called Negro, Indian, Latino women have become cruel, man.
Oh, no, at least they have formula to drink when they were unaware of this.
Okay.
You know, when they was unaware of this shit, at least they had some of this tap water to drink with, some wet, the whistle. Now, they can't even fucking use the water, the tap water, because the one, when you making that bullshit ass baby formula, you're not supposed to use no fucking tap water anyway. That's why the babies is all retarded and shit. Big ass heads, swell up heads and shit. But now you find out why, because this shit is in the water. So now they got to put 2 and 2 together because they don't have no breast milk to feed their children. They that did feed delicately are desolate in the streets. They that were brought up in a scarlet, in scarlet embrace dunghills. In other words, you dealing with some shit, man. You in the low ass and busted up ass conditioning, man.
Okay.
Water after a test discovers sky-high levels of PFAS, a chemical that could cause health concerns from prolonged exposure.
The health
Could
effects that have been
cause.
associated with very high
Right.
doses have been things like high cholesterol, preeclampsia, and hypertension during pregnancy.
The detection made after a state initiative to test all local water supplies.
Something that would describe, or that was
Preeclampsia.
discovered because Michigan is the first
Affects
and the
babies.
only state in the nation to test small water systems for PFAS.
Testing in March of Lake St. Clair and the Clinton River discovered lower levels of the man-made chemical found in household products like deodorant, electronics, and cosmetics, as well as firefighting foam. At least one source,
Okay.
Selfridge's Air National Guard Base. This was a map of known PFAS sites back then. Flash forward 4 months, and here's where things stood just days ago, before the discovery in southwest Michigan.
We fully recognize the seriousness of the situation, and we recognize that people are going to have concerns.
Now, short and longer term solutions are being looked at for the people of Parchment, less than 10,000 people there, and one of those solutions include a possibility of getting the water supply from Kalamazoo, although it's too early to make those determinations yet. As far as the Air National Guard base officials here say they are working to lower the compounds of PFAS that
National
are found
Guard
in
base.
multiple storm drains. Reporting live, Brian Abel, 7 Action News.
Oh, you got
Brian, thank you for the live
you got the
report.
National
In
Guard base
response
that's
to PFAS
pushing it
launched
out.
a new improved
They're the source
website
of
that
it,
redesigned
basically, is what they're getting at.
Gun. They're the source of it, and then they also had called for a state of emergency for this. So this is one of the tools that they're going to use to cause martial law when they start testing the water all over the nation and shit. They're gonna use this tool to start calling martial law on certain states.
Well, what did this do? Didn't that start emergency?
Right, a state of emergency.
Yeah.
They call for a state of emergency because of this, and they're the ones contaminating the drinking water. And just to get this, what this PFAS is, it's a surfactant.
Which is
Basically fluoride. Yeah, it's basically fluoride. I'm not gonna read this whole thing. Yeah, you brothers can read it on your own when you want to or whatever. But it's basically a surfactant. Fluoride, basically.
And mind you, Kalamazoo is in Michigan.
Kalamazoo is in Michigan, and the southwest parts, West Michigan has been the start of a lot of major things that didn't happen, like fluoride in general. It started, fluoridated water actually started here. This is the economic role of PFAS, basically. Fluorosurfactants play a key role for companies such as DuPont, 3M, WL Gore and Associates, because they are used in emulsion polymerization to produce fluoropolymers. Fluorosurfactants have two main markets: a $1 billion annual market for use in stain repellents, and a $100 million annual market for use in polishes, paints, and coatings. So how the hell did that shit get in the water? It's something used in polishes, paints, and coatings, and stain repellents, such as probably some of your it's probably used in some of your laundry detergents and shit, and it's toxic as hell.
It goes to show you. I was just looking at my article on the top 10 soaps, or laundry soaps, that are poisonous. That have poison in them. And so, I make my own laundry soap because of the chemicals that the brother just stated. Because it's poison, man.
Yeah, all this shit is poison, man. That's Esau killing you softly, and then when he while he's killing you slowly, he's trying to push his agenda, like calling for states of emergency. Martial law is gonna be called for something like this, Esau is using every advantage to kill you, Jakes, man. And this is another thing. This is just letting you know that prophecy is definitely going forth, man. Every day prophecy is going forth, man. So this is Jeremiah chapter 8, and I'm gonna start at 12. Were they ashamed when they had committed abomination? Nay, they were not at all ashamed, neither could they blush. Therefore shall they fall among them that fall in the time of their visitation. They shall be cast down, saith Yahweh. I will
Right, they're
surely.
being cast down now.
Right. Jake has been being cast down. That's how you know that this is already the time of visitation. We in the beginning stages of the time of trouble, or the time of Jacob's trouble.
The birth pains.
Khan. I will surely consume them, saith Yahweh. There shall be no grapes on the vine, nor figs on the fig tree. And the leaf shall fade, and the things that I have given them shall pass away from them. Why do we sit still? Assemble yourselves and let us enter into the defense cities, and let us be silent. There. For Yahweh our power hath put us to silence and given us water of gall to drink, because we have sinned against Yahweh.
Right.
We look for
And
peace.
that gall right there. That word gall is waste, man.
Right. Gall is waste or poison. And matter of fact, I'm gonna get the definition of that. Let me read this on 15. We looked for peace, but no good came, and a time of health, and behold, trouble. It's the time of trouble, man, that we're about to come into, man.
A time of help.
Right. Look for a time of health, but a time of trouble. You know.
Yeah, because you thinking like now you people are more conscious as to what they eat. But now it's like in this time of health, you're going to get trouble, man.
Right. And gall is from the word ra'ash, 72:19. And what is it? Biblical usage: gall, venom, bitter, poisonous. So it's basically poison. And what is this PFAS? It's poison, man. So Esau is basically just poisoning Jake, man.
And them their own people too.
And his own people. Hey, the other Edomites are getting caught up in this, man.
What's to say? It also interferes with cognitive or proper cognitive functions. So what it's doing is it's actually making people dumber, slower, more stupid, more docile. That's what fluoride is actually created to do. Even though it's an ingredient, they found out that it does these things. And by making you more docile, you're less resistant to, you know, what is that nigga Jeff Sessions? He quoted the 13th chapter.
Right, quoted Romans, the 13th chapter. Just like the brothers, you know, starting with the apostles on down, has been saying for years that they're going to use Romans, the 13th chapter, to get you Jakes to conform and to conform to their ways, man, to conform to what they're saying, to follow the government.
Also, is that Hebrews? I was looking at that earlier. Hebrews 13th chapter. You know, because what they're gonna have you do is obey the powers that be, like they say in that scripture as well. You know, a lot of you devils.
Yeah, they're gonna use these scriptures all types of out of context, man.
Right. Well, shit, you got motherfuckers in Israel doing that, though. These scriptures out of context to fit their situation.
Right. As you see, the rise of the re-rise of vocab, no class Malone trying to still go against the Israelites on with their Christian doctrine, which is bullshit, man. Which has already been defeated. Christian is no longer a concern for us, the Israelites. Why? Because it's dead. Anybody that's in that shit is just dead, you know?
Vocab dead last Malone. Dead last in the running. And it ain't mean the first shall be last, the last shall be first, nigga. You gonna be last. Why? Cause you getting it now. You first now. It's how you able to I saw that video where they was I was it the Apostles. Who was that let out that video showing Vocab Malone and how he and go all the way back to showing how he was oh no, it was something else I saw it on. And it showed how he came in, he had this little fro and shit, he was rapping.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how he got put on by some
I
fake
think
Jew.
I believe it was one of the brothers, but it was reposted maybe on Apostle Tahar's channel or something like that.
Yeah, kind.
Yeah.
In Hebrews 13 and 17, obey them that have rule over you and submit yourselves. Yeah, that's another way right there because they making you obey by putting certain situations upon you.
Correct, because they're gonna use these scriptures. They're gonna use all these scriptures to their advantage, and of course, you wacky tacky Christians is gonna fall for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
and they're gonna fall right for it. In the end, the pastor's gonna tell you to do it. And you're gonna do it.
Right, and you just gonna do it, following them blindly, thinking the whole way about Edomite Jesus, man.
This is Deuteronomy 28:48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst. Right? Ain't no more Kool-Aid drinking.
Mm-hmm.
No infamil.
Mm-hmm.
You know, ain't no more. Well, it's a couple things. Yeah, ain't no more instant teas.
Nope.
Instant lemonade and shit. These niggas love drinking. And the nakedness and the want of all things.
Right.
We want clean water. Matter of fact, we need clean water. You want some? You want them instant noodles, man.
Yep.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he destroy thee.
Yep. I mean, and that's what it's coming to. With all this shit going down, you know, Esau poisoning as many water supplies as he possibly can. Hey, man, you know it's the last times, man. Because you can't just drink poison forever, man.
Yeah.
This is my last scripture, Jeremiah 30:7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. But not all of Jacob is going to be saved out of this time of trouble. Only the elect and the 1/3 multitude, man. The rest of you Israelites are going to be put to death in this time of trouble. And you can see that happening right now with all these shootings, man. With all these cop-killing Jakes, man. You got anything else?
All these Jake killing cops, better.
Right.
It's Ezekiel 4:13. And Yahweh said, even thus shall the children of Israel eat their defiled bread amongst the Gentiles, whither I drive them.
Weren't we driven to the utmost parts of the world? And are we not eating defiled bread? I mean, they already got shit steaks out there, man. And then you eating pink slime and all types of shit.
Wait, then you eat your top ramen. You eat your noodles, man.
Right.
You eat your soups.
Right.
You boil your spaghetti noodles in it.
Right. And all this poison and shit. I mean, Esau, is not that prophesied? Is not that prophecy coming to pass right now as we speak? So, you know.
Yeah, and it goes out to show that, you know, all of this food that's being consumed has this water in it. Tap water. It requires tap water, man. It requires water, which majority of our people put soups and stuff. You know, you put tap water, you use tap water in that. And when you boil fluoride, it increases it and makes it worse. It makes it more concentrated.
Yep. They even said it ain't no way to filter PFAS out of your water.
Right.
So it's like, man, unless you're doing reverse osmosis or some type of distilling or something like that.
They're not gonna do reverse osmosis.
Nope.
Not to no citywide.
Nope. Not to a city. Supply. Yeah, not to a citywide water source. But you know, hey man, the Lord is finna make these devils get amped up on this terror to you Jakes, man. This time of trouble is gonna be terrible, man. The Lord is finna amp this shit up.
Yeah, he getting it started right now. The war drums is beating. You know, you see everything. I went on to this news site that I usually go on to. I haven't been on there in about a week or so. A couple weeks. And I got like 40 pages. I got 40 windows open. 40 some windows open. Because each of them is interesting articles, you know. That Spirit had me start going through and start reading. What is that in Revelation? You just said something. I had a brain fart talking. You said something on the lines of, oh yeah, no. It's in Revelation so far as what you said. Oh, it escaped me. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
But yeah, hey man, the Lord is finna start amping these
Oh.
devils up on you, Jakes, man.
Oh.
In that time of trouble, I mean, we know that this is not the time of trouble just yet. Cause when the time of trouble get here, it ain't gonna be no question about are we in the time of trouble. We are in the beginning stages of all hell breaking loose. Esau is basically just testing out his devices right now, testing out what he gonna use and seeing how well it'll work for when they actually put that time of trouble on you, Jakes, man.
Right. He's seeing how you react.
Yep. What did the Lord say? They perform a diligent search. So all they doing is performing that diligent search.
What did it say? He cometh down with
great wrath, knowing that he hath but a short time. Because Esau, I mean, the so-called white man right now knows that he's Edomites. Because Jake been pushing this word, like I had to say, starting off with the apostles. And then even other camps. They pushing this word that you know, we the Israelites or the so-called white man is the Edomites. So Esau knows who he is now. And knowing who he is, that mystery of iniquity being revealed, they know their time is up. They know they don't got too much longer before the Lord put an end to their whole kingdom. So they trying to do everything they can to take Jake out silently. I mean, they got the separation of families, scriptures being coming out on that. I mean, didn't the Lord say we wasn't going to enjoy our children? So right now, the so-called the so-called south of the border, so-called Mexicans or Latin tribes is suffering the separation of their children. So you know that's Esau trying to put us back in hardcore slavery. Not just that, or get rid of us as a whole, as a nation.
Okay. This is Revelation 12:12. So therefore rejoice ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil is come down with unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth he hath but a short time.
Right, because these Edomites, they know that they don't have too much longer to go. Even the average everyday peon Edomite is starting to figure out that he's just the Edomite, man. Not a so-called white person, but just the Edomite. You know, I hope this video was edifying to you, brothers. All praise and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostle of Great Millstone. Knowledge and salutation to you, brothers, doing the work in truth and sincerity. Until the next time, we're going to say Shalom.
Shalom.